Okay, so I just did one video about the energies of 2017, and I spoke a little bit. Sorry, I'm just I'm just making this up as I go along. So I talked a little bit about the gnome energies, and so I want to talk a little bit more about it. And okay, so a little background. I think about I can't remember how many years ago now, I began to realize more and more that my connection and the images that I had around the fairy realm, I always used to think that it was fantasy. I mean, I believed very much as a child, and fairies seemed to feature a lot in my um, imaginings. And then um, I would say probably about 20 years ago, I became aware of fairy energies again, and just liked having their images around me and wanted to put like little images around the house of them. I never did that, but it was like I was seeing them around the house. But I just thought this was just my love of fairies. Oh my gosh, actually, I'm just realizing there's so much I could say on this subject and so many experiences that I've had. Um, what year are we now? So 2017. So maybe about 9 years ago, had a big awakening, reawakening almost, and I did a workshop. I did a few years training to open my senses up basically, and as I did that, I began to feel into these realms again, or to really feel into them, go, oh my god, this is real. This isn't just imagination. This isn't just folklore. This isn't just fairy books. Like, all of that is based on reality, because what I'm seeing is what's in those pictures, and I'm not just seeing it because it's in those pictures, because I learned how to discern truth. And it may be that they aren't exactly how it looks, but the energy, can discern the energy. And I think sometimes we are shown things in the way that we can relate to, so different people will see things slightly differently. So I began to awaken to to the fairy realm, and I began to hear the fairy queen. First, what I was hearing, I was the fairy queen, and I was just like, oh my god, like, how can I speak about this? I'm like, I didn't think that I was mad, but I thought other people would think I was mad. And I'm still have that running a little bit, especially because now it's gnomes. And because we've been brought up believing that these things aren't real and they're from children's books, yeah, I guess there's still a part of me that thinks that people are gonna, well, people don't believe this, so they're gonna think that I'm crazy. But I've just got to the point now where I'm just like, it doesn't matter anymore what other people think. I know this is true. I know this is real, and I know that this is actually really important information that needs to come out. Um, so I've been having just lots of experiences around the elemental energies, and I had a really beautiful experience one year where I make jewelry, and I made these sacred geometry pieces, and to display them at an art exhibition, I created this big kind of out of twigs and dried flowers and leaves, and then I put fairies in and flowers and night lights, and it was so pretty. And at that time, I was having a lot of downloads, and I was having a lot of um, visions at night when I was sleeping, or meant to be sleeping. I'd wake up with visions, and I was shown that I'd created my own fairy gateway basically, and it was like an initiation. So it's really powerful to make these gateways. So it's you're being initiated into this realm. Um, so I did that, and then I was getting a lot of messages. I don't know the order of all of this, but I was getting a lot of messages, and I was writing and channeling, and actually this gnome energy was coming through, and I don't know that at that point whether I really did know that it was gnome energy. But it was telling me about the connection between the elementals, and humans, and how the elemental beings, had to really hide themselves and step right back because of what humanity was doing to the earth, to each other, and it was just shocking to them. And what they were saying as well, there were a lot of anger. Like, they began to feel anger as well. They began to feel energies that they hadn't embodied either. And recently, well, I think this was 4 or 5 years ago, I was getting these 4 years ago or something, I was getting these messages, and they were realizing that so they're going through their own spiritual evolution as well. Like, they've been having to go through cleansing and clearings, and just as we are going through our own spiritual awakening, they've been going through a process as well. And they realized that if they were to continue to hold such hostility towards, hostility is a really strong word actually, that's not quite what I would say they were feeling towards us, but whatever the energies were that they were feeling towards us, they realized um, that in order for life to thrive on Earth, humanity had to come back into connection with the elementals. So they had to really let go of all of their anger or fears or whatever around humanity. And so I can feel the energy now. So now it's like they have ascended in a way back up to a point where they can meet us. So now we have to meet them, we used to talk a lot about ascension, and then it was like, actually it's descension, because we're coming into the earth. It's about bringing spirit into the earth. So we need to go all the way down, and we've been connecting with the higher realms, the angels, archangels, ascended masters. We've been up here, in the spiritual realms, and not realizing that this is a spiritual realm too, and there are spiritual beings that are here for our highest good also, and that want to help us, want nothing more than to help us, to come into wholeness and to remember our divinity and the truth of our beings. So the gnomes are one of these beings that are here to help us. So okay, so kind of is a bit of a background. So I got really, I didn't get freaked out, but I wasn't prepared, and I wasn't confident enough within myself to start talking openly about this stuff, because for fear of ridicule and all the classic witch, past lives, witches, oh god, just all of that stuff. Um, so it's like, okay, it's safe now. I can talk about it. And if some people think I'm crazy, it's really fine. But I also know that there's a lot of people right now that know that this is truth and need guide. I don't know if they need guidance, but just that reassurance and that affirmation. I certainly do. Like, when I hear other people talking about it, I'm just like, oh God, yes. Gives me permission to talk about it. And so the more we can just keep encouraging each other to talk about this stuff, the more we normalize it, and the more we can strengthen these relationships. And the gnome energies and the elemental energies have all the information, or they have a big part of the information that we need to remember how to live in harmony with the earth. So we cannot live in harmony with the earth without having these relationships. And so I cannot not be sharing about this anymore. Like to me, this is why I'm here, and this is the really important information. I get really emotional because I've been holding this back for years, and I've been going through a lot of like health problems and a lot of problems in my life because I keep denying what I'm here to do. And I bet how many of us with health issues is because we are denying what we know we need to do, or maybe we're not even allowing it to seep through because it feels so scary. But actually, when you've been not in on your fullest form for a long time, just seeing that's actually the dangerous place to be, like this other place. I'm really looking forward to seeing what unfolds from here, because now I know that I'm coming into alignment with I want to say the grand plan, with this beautiful tapestry that's at the moment it's got lots of frayed edges and patches and holes, but we're building it together. We're co-creating this beautiful piece of artwork. And really I see the earth as this golden place that yeah, we have the potential to create so much beauty here. So much beauty. And that's really what I see when I see the earth. I see beauty. And I see beauty in the hearts of all beings. And yeah. So, is there anything else I want to share in this moment? Oh, yeah. So, actually, I originally came here because I was feeling into this gnome energy that they wanted to. I felt like it wanted to share. He wanted to share something. So I'm just going to see if that is still something. Oh, he's saying make another video. Okay, I'm going to make another video. So thank you for taking the time to be here and to listen to this. And yeah, I really invite you to get braver and to keep honoring yourself enough to share what heart. And even if you're just opening to yourself in this moment, whatever it may be, whatever little steps, whatever big steps, just, yeah. Okay, so much love to you.